Audio. Speeding. Camera. And we're
You're in the camera.
action.
What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Shed Room Live. We in the Shed Room.
Yeah.
You know how we do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We bring artists together, collaborations, and you pretty much see the artists like you never seen them before. And we welcome to the room. Give it up, y'all, for Blaq Crow. What's up, Blaq Crow?
What's going on?
Been knowing you all your life.
All my life.
So listen, you a rock star. I think all rock artists are rock stars. You know what I'm saying? Because they got so much energy and so much to say, and it's like in your face. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how I feel like if you are a rock artist, you are a rock star. So tell me about your journey. You wasn't always a rock artist, but tell me your journey to the rock world.
So like you said, I haven't always been in the rock genre per se. You know, coming from the background of R&B and soul music,
Right.
and just finding my way throughout life and finding different type of music that I like to listen to, obviously led by guitar and you know, people like Michael Jackson and Prince, who introduce you to those other sectors of sound. And then for me, it was one day just flipping on the radio, and I stumbled across 93.3.
Yeah.
And it was the metal music and the heavy guitar for me since then. So ever since then, I've been trying to find my way to create that sound in my own way.
Yeah, so I mean, I know your journey, very well. I seen when you went to the Apollo, you knocked the Apollo down back to back. I remember that. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good time.
Yeah. So and I know you doing the tours with the band, and how do you, like, we talk about like transitions, like artists transitioning from different genres, and everybody can't do that. Everybody can't bounce from one genre to another genre, and I just want to know, like, what's your journey like when you sit down and write? What's your creative thoughts when, like, do you plan to write a rock song, or is it just like it just automatically naturally comes out that?
For me, it comes out that way. I can sit and I can write an R&B track if I take my time and do it well. I think
Right.
that's the consistency in my writing, is doing it well.
Right.
And everybody can cross genres.
Right.
It's just a matter of not if they do it well enough to appeal to the people who are already there.
Right.
We're here already. This is what we do. You are coming over to our side.
Yeah.
This doesn't match.
Yeah.
Go back over on that side. So
Right.
I think that's what I try to make sure that if I'm going to do it, I do it intentionally. And when I sit down to write, I think of movies, and I think of everything is big.
Yeah, because
and that's something you've always taught me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something that you've always taught me.
Yeah.
So it's just I try to match it to movie scenes or dreams, or
Right.
I think imagery before I try to think lyrically, because
Right.
sometimes words don't even have to have a rhyme scheme. It's just how you say it.
Right.
It makes it sound the same. So
Right.
and that's just the feeling in it.
Yeah. So I know you got a project that you released, and you've been working on it and making sure that all your everything is intact, and you want to make sure all the songs align. You know what I'm saying? Like storytelling. Most artists want the storytelling. So what's the name of your project, and like tell us more about, like, when you put it together, what did it mean to you? Like
The
what
previous
you want the people to come from. Everybody wants something. They want the people to walk away from something. What you want them to walk away with?
from the album that's already out.
Yes.
Important. So that particular album was just me finally being able to step out there as Blaq Crow.
Yeah.
And to kind of give people an idea of who I am as an artist, and not particularly as why my name is Blaq Crow just yet.
Right.
But what I stand for. So I just wanted people to come from that album and say, wow, this guy has some belief in God.
Yeah.
This guy is dark,
Right.
but is standing in the gap for the people on this side and that side. I always tell like my mother, I say, look, like, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
You know, my faith is strong enough to be out here and be amongst the wolves and be amongst things that other people can't go around and still be sane. And I think that in my writing, people will eventually see that I do go through those struggles.
Right.
But I still bring myself out of it, and it's for me to continue to do that throughout my career and just stand in the gap for those people.
Right. Yeah, because so what's your I know you're still writing and you're still getting ready to release some more music out, and if you had to walk in the studio and you like my 3 collaborations of me and 3 other artists, you know, because that's what the Shed Room is about.
Yeah.
So, you know, I challenge every artist to come through here, and I'll be like, what's your shed look like? You know what I'm saying? Because what's your collaboration look like? So if you was to walk into a room, into a studio, and you had to pick musician, you had to pick a artist, a singer, like, what do that room look like to you?
Man, that's so wild, and I thought about that, and I've been thinking about it, and I'm still thinking.
Yeah.
But one of my greatest influences, I would say, is Brandon Boyd from one of my favorite bands, Incubus.
Yeah.
Very talented songwriter.
Yeah,
and
shout out to Incubus.
And Chino Marino from Deftones. And these are all crazy vocalists. And I would say Brandon. Brandon Burnley from. Breaking Benjamin. Yeah, Breaking Benjamin.
Oh,
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite.
Shout out to Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, I jacked his name all up.
Yeah.
He'll forgive me for that. I think just with those guys, it's a crazy dynamic across the rock. You have the grunge, you have post grunge, and you just have alternative and alternative metal between those 3 bands right there, and that's pretty much my sound.
Yeah.
I listen to them a lot and kind of go my own way with it.
So we're about to get into your performance right here on the Shed Room Live.
All right, cool.
And tell us about this song. This is one of my favorite songs. So, you know, tell us about what we about to hear.
Great. Bleeding Out is a song. It's about what I felt as a person, like I said, standing in that gap. And, you know, I take some religious beliefs and everything and kind of put it into my writing as well. So it's just one of those, me talking to God, saying I may not be worthy of this anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I may not be strong enough for this anymore.
Right.
You know, can we go to the next phase? And then it's also just thinking about bringing it back, dialing it back in,
Mm-hmm.
and bringing yourself to a point to say, you know what, I can't change everything. I can only do one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
So that's the message that I want everybody to get away from.
We want to stand in for ourselves. Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
One thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.